A girl gives some money to another girl who is dressed like a mannequin. The mannequin girl takes her juice, gives her a different juice, and says, "Drink this and pretend to faint." The girl asks, "What are you saying?" The mannequin girl replies, "Just do it quickly." The girl sits on a bench and drinks the juice. From the side, her husband and his friend arrive and say, "Looks like our plan worked. Let's go to her." As soon as she finishes drinking, the girl starts acting like she's fainting. Her husband and his friend pick her up and take her home. Before they reach the mannequin, girl goes to the house first and changes her clothes. Another woman in the house calls her and says, "Cook something nice for dinner tonight." The maid asks, "Is someone coming tonight?" The woman says, "Just do as much as I told you." The maid replies, "Okay, I'll make it." Then the man comes and says, "Also bring the most expensive wine." He notices something on the maid's face and asks, "What's on your face?" The maid makes an excuse, "I was just trying some makeup," and goes to the kitchen. A little later, the maid secretly pours sleeping medicine into their wine and says to herself, "Today I'll hand them over to the police." When she goes to serve the wine, she overhears the man and the woman talking about stealing. She secretly records their conversation on video. The maid goes inside and gives them the wine. They start drinking, and the maid keeps watching them. The man says to her, "Why are you standing here? Go do your work." She leaves, but while cleaning, she overhears them again. The woman says, "After we steal the money, we'll move to another city and the police will never catch us." The maid hears everything. A little later, the man and woman start collecting money from the house. They find a big bag and start opening it. But suddenly, the man's wife arrives and says, "So you wanted to rob my house after making me faint?" The man's friend says, "Didn't you mix the medicine properly? She woke up too soon." The man replies, "I don't know how she woke up." The wife says, "Now I won't spare you. We'll call the police." The woman says, "By the time you call the police, we'll be far away because we already have the money." The maid appears from the side and says, "How much money do you have? Show me too." The man opens the bag, but there is no money inside, only pieces of paper. Everyone is shocked and the maid starts laughing. The man walks toward her but suddenly faints. The woman also faints. The wife asks the maid, "How did they faint?" The maid says, "I mixed sleeping medicine into their wine." The wife says, "Call the police before they wake up." The maid replies, "I already called the police. They will be here soon." The wife thanks the maid and hugs her. A few moments later, the police arrive, arrest the man and the woman, and take them away. They thought they were smart, but the maid was smarter. If you believe justice always finds its way, tell us in the comments.